Hey everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back to my channel. So something that I really enjoy is to waste scammers' times, and I get a ton of scam emails, and most of the time they're just like a blank email. I don't know if my Gmail is like blocking everything, but sometimes I will get like a full-on like story, and this one is an interesting scam because this scam has been going on for decades, I believe. Let me tell the story. So Alan Large and his wife Violet Large are two real people. A Nova Scotia man, so in Canada, they actually broke headlines about 2 years ago. He and his wife won a bunch of lottery winnings and they gave a lot of it away. It was about $11.2 million. They won it in July of 2010. They decided to give most of their winnings away to family members, local churches, volunteer and community groups in their community. The couple said at the time that they gave away their money because they just didn't need it. They had enough retirement savings to go on and simply liked to play the lotto, never expecting to actually win. Unfortunately, Violet Large did pass away in the hospital in July of 2011 at the age of 79. She was battling cancer. I don't know if she was in remission or something, but she had been battling cancer for a while. Now, 2 years after they had won, Alan is pissed off, Alan Large, because scammers are taking his story and making it into scams, which I will get to in a second. And they're just trying to take advantage of a good deed that they had done. And if people actually looked up their story and cross-reference it to the emails that people are getting, it doesn't make sense, you know? So emails started a month after the story of the largest generosity made headlines. The email writes claim that they are the largest and they are offering to give away part of their winnings to the recipient. The thing that it's they gave it all away pretty much. They didn't keep a lot. They gave it all away. But all of a sudden they have $2 million. That doesn't make sense. The emails state that all they need from the email recipient is their banking information. Some of the emails also ask for money to be sent for processing fees, which is what they're asking of me. And many emails also link the story of the largest winning on the ctvnews.ca, which has their article. Alan Large says he is furious at these scam artists still using his and his good wife's name for their con. And he said, quote, "I'm madder than hell because people from all over the world, I've had phone calls from Russia, Ukraine, Japan, China, and Germany. And what they'll say is, hey, I got your email right here with your picture, your address, and your phone number." And Mr. Alan Large has to tell them every single time, I'm so sorry, ma'am or sir, you did not get that email from me. I don't even have a computer and I don't want one. He just says it's heartbreaking because they're using his wife's name as well, and she passed away. And unfortunately, Mr. Alan Large did pass away as well in 2020. And people are still receiving these emails. Unfortunately, I only found one website where it had his obituary, and in the email it says oh, I don't have a lot of family and all that, we don't need this, so I'm giving it away. They have a large family, and their family is still being affected to this day of people using their parents or their grandparents' names like this. That's just Alan knew about it, and his wife did know about it before she passed away, and she was super unhappy with it. I'm just gonna say this. If something sounds too good to be true, it's probably a scam. Okay. Now, the Canadian Anti-Fraud Center says that the prize pitches, which is the winners, are told that they must pay a fee in advance to receive the prize. If you have to pay money to receive money in any way, it's a scam. Don't ever send money to make money or to receive money in any sort of way. That is a scam, 100%. They advise those who receive such emails to report them to the FAFC, which tracks frauds in Canada, which is good to know. I'm trying to get more information. Personally, I will submit to the FBI because I am in the United States and they're trying to fraud me, and also submit to the Canadian police as well. But honestly, the Canadian police can only do so much as to tracking IP addresses and all this stuff. The FBI has been arresting people from I think Nigeria and stuff like that. You can look this up because that is true. They are arresting people who are in these big scam centers and calls and all this stuff. They are like doing something about it. So that's why I'm trying to get as much information as possible. So let me read you the email, the full email that I have originally received. These are my scammer glasses. It's such a vibe. So he says, you have been gifted 2 million USD donation funds. Contact us through my personal private email for YOUR, like he spaced out the word your, claim. Thank you for accepting our offer. We are indeed grateful. God bless you, Alan Large. I reply back because I always reply to scammers. I'm like, oh my good golly, Mr. Large. Wow, I won $2 million. What do I do now? My thing is, to be a retired middle-aged woman who think that they can con, I actually changed my name on my Gmail. I'm fully like going all in. But I changed all my information so they couldn't track me down. This is a super long email. I'm going to kind of skim it. Okay, so on March 4th, he replied, greetings to you. I hope this information meets you well, as I know you will be curious to know why and how I selected you to receive a cash sum of 2 million USD. Our information below is 100% legitimate. Please see the link below. And he links the story of Mr. Alan Large and Violet Large. So my wife and I decided to donate the sum of $2 million to you as a part of our charity project to improve the lot of 10 lucky individuals all over the world from our 11.3 million jackpot lottery winning fund. In the news article, it says that they already gave it away. So, like, that doesn't add up. That doesn't add up. We prayed and we searched all over the internet for assistance because I saw your profile on Microsoft email owners. I didn't even have a profile photo. And we picked you. Violet, my wife, and I decided to make sure this is put on the internet for the world to see. My wife has cancer and she died last year, July 16th, at a hospital in Truro? I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. My wife didn't just die because she was a great person and I miss her so much, and this is why I decided to do the one thing I promised her forever. As you can see from the web page above, I'm not getting any younger, and you can imagine having no kids at this age. Although we have won this lottery fund 2 years ago. 11 years ago? Okay. We have helped some charity organizations with our winnings. Blah, blah, blah. Apparently, they only kept 2% from their entire winning lottery sum. So, like, the math ain't mathing, right? I don't fucking know. You are to send us your full name for payment, your contact address, your personal telephone number, so that I can forward your payment information to you immediately. I'm hoping that you'll be able to use the money wisely and judiciously over there in your country. Help as many people as you can with this money in your personal account, because that is the only objective of donating this money to you in the first place. Like, you're donating this money to a complete stranger, but you have all these things. You're like, this is the only reason why I'm donating it to you, by the way. Like, you came up with all, like, you didn't even talk to me. You're like, no, that has all of these things that you have to do. It's dumb. I'd like to reassure you of the legitimacy of these services. We are legit. As we will not be involved in any fraudulent act, and we never will be. We never will be. I will advise you as the prospect benefactor to be calm, not to lose this great opportunity which millions of people are trying to entangle, but the chances just could not come for them because a lot of people out there to discourage them as they don't know how it works, and I have seen such before. Jesus, that was hard to read. I'm so sorry. Thank you for accepting our offer. We are indeed grateful. God bless you, Mr. Alan Violet Large. So in this email, it doesn't say to respond to anyone else. This is what I was confusing. So on March 4th, he sends like the same thing to me. So when I send an email to a spam email, my replies aren't always there, which is annoying. But I said like, hey, just touching base. Like, is there anything else I need to do? Like, I haven't heard back from you. And I'm like, no, I want to like waste your time. So he sent me like copied and pasted the whole entire thing again. And so I replied, oh, this is my reply. Well, Well, hello there, Mr. Alan Large. Wow, this is such an amazing story. I'm surprised you came across my account and the millions of others. Wow, thank you so much. Well, my name is Betty Foxer. I live in Washington, D.C. I moved here when I was just a young lady. I remember visiting all the museums when they were just being built. What a sight to see. I highly recommend a vacation to Washington, D.C. Well, I live at 380 Wellington Avenue in Washington, D.C. My phone number is yada yada yada. And God bless you, Betty Foxer. So the email the address that I gave him, I just looked up a fake generator. Like this address does not exist anywhere. I'm using a Google Voice number that is not connected to anything. I can call anonymously. Like, he won't have any trace of me. I have a VPN. Like, I'm totally safe. Like, I'm fine. I'm gonna trash this email anyway because listen, I have like 3,000 emails that have not opened because it's all garbage. Like, it's a garbage account now. So I emailed that on March 6th. March 10th, I email and I'm like, hello again. I'm just checking in to see about my winnings because I wasn't receiving anything. 5, 6. He sends me 6 emails on March 11th. I don't know why. Hello, Betty. How are you doing today? Thanks for your email. Have you heard from the diplomatic agent yet regarding the delivery of your donated funds? Kindly revert back and let me know. Regards, Mr. Alan Large. So he sends me 2 email of saying, like, how are you doing? Let me know when the diplomatic agent reaches out to you. And the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th emails are all the exact same thing, copy and paste. And he's basically just like telling the whole entire story again. But now at the bottom, it says that the name of the diplomat is Mr. Albert Mark. And it's like diplomats at hotmail.co.uk. So it says dispatching airport is London Heathrow Airport and he's arriving at JFK in the United States. So the diplomat needs the following details for the accurate delivery of the consignment boxes. So please fill out the form correctly and send it to him through his private email. So now I actually have an email address. So it's your full name, your house address, closest airport to in your city. I just said Dulles Airport because it's in Washington, D.C. Your phone number, your occupation, your age. So it's like, okay. So it says, no, I have received an important information from the USA Consular General in Britain that there would be an official clearance and registration VAT that must be paid. To prove to the authorities that the funds is clean and not related to any illegal activity or to be used in sponsoring terrorism, you're only going to make a payment for the registration and clearance before the diplomat can be allowed to dispatch the funds to your doorstep. You will be responsible for that payment, not the diplomat. This is a one-time payment. I am not asking you to send me any money, but this is a clearance and registration fee that must be paid to enable the diplomat to go through with the consignment box. I have paid for the flight ticket, the hotel expenses, and the diplomat feeding while he is in your country, but I cannot pay for the clearance fee because your name is supposed to be on the clearance receipt and certificate as a beneficiary. Blah, 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 blah. He sends it to me a couple more times. So I sent an email to Mr. Albert Mark yesterday. Well, hello there, Mr. Albert Mark. I received an email from Mr. Alan Large. I had won donation money from him and his wife. He said to contact you. My name is Betty Foxer, and I yada yada get the same thing. I am a retired woman, but I like to garden, however. Which is true. I am 62 years old. Thank you very much, Betty. And then he sent me 5 emails at the same time. The last one was just blank, so I don't even know. He responds, good morning. My name is Albert Mark, senior diplomatic agent assigned to deliver you your gifted donation from Mr. Alan Large. Okay. It's a lot of run-on sentences. There's about 3 sentences in this whole email. But it's a paragraph. This is to inform you that I have been here at the John F. Kennedy Airport, New York, for the past couple of hours now. It's not my problem. Your donation funds is held by Custom Airport Authority waiting official clearance and registration before it will be released to me. for delivery to your home address. The reason why we need to get the clearance and registration of your consignment box is because the donated amount is such a huge amount of money, and I was told by the Custom Airport Authority that any money coming in from a foreign country in the United States of America, such a huge amount of funds need to have a clearance and registration document to prove to the U.S. government that the money is clean and not related to any illegal activities nor to sponsoring of terrorism, as terrorism is a big threat to the United States of America, period. Actually, your benefactor, Mr. Allen, gave me a total of $5,000 thinking it would be enough to cover the cost. Wow, he said he wasn't covering any cost, but now I have $5,000. So he thought $5,000 would be enough to cover the cost, but to my great surprise, it could not cover the cost. Gasp! It's remaining a little balance, just a little balance of $1,540 to cover the total cost. So kindly call me so I can send you the information for payment. And it sends me a confirmation security code, and it just says waiting, period. So the phone number is a landline located in Rome, New York, and it does have a scam report of other people, and it's like the same generic scam. Somebody left a comment about like who called, and this was on November 26th, so they're still using the same exact phone number. There is like a GPS location, but it's like on a parking garage. So I'm guessing if this is a landline, they are in a call center somewhere. I don't know if they're actually in New York, but that phone number is a New York phone number. Now, in your email, you can look up the IP address of when somebody sends you an email. If you do have a VPN, it will say like, I don't know exactly what it'll say, but it'll not tell you the IP address. Like it'll say like it filtered through something else. So I looked up the email address because they didn't have a VPN and just gave me the IP address. And I've looked it up on several different websites, and it is in the United Kingdom. It's in London. It did give me coordinates, but I think it was just like London, like that was it. One thing that you can quickly Google is that if you are traveling, because I was kind of curious, how much money can you travel with? What it says for customs and international trade law, also on the government website, it is legal to transport any amount of currency and any other monetary instruments in or out of the United States. It is legal. However, if you transport or attempt to transport or cause to be transported, including by mail or any other means of currency exceeding $10,000 at one time, the United States to any foreign country or into the United States of any foreign country, you must file a FINCEN form, FINCEN form 105. Which is the report of international transportation of currency with the U.S. Customs Border Protection. You must file in paper form or electronically at a certain website. This is on help.cbp.gov. It's very easy to find. Otherwise, you are at risk at U.S. Customs taking it from you and never giving it back. Why? Because your failure to report the international transportation of money is a violation of the Currency and Foreign Transactions Reporting Act. You can look that up if you want to. But if it has not been filed, all of your money is likely to be seized on the spot by U.S. Customs. The passenger may hire a customs attorney to pursue the administration petition process to get the money back. Proof of legitimate source of the money and proof of the legitimate intended use of the money are required in communications with Customs. Eventually, after several months, Customs may return typically 90% of the money. 90%, just a warning on that. So you're not paying Customs any sort of money. You may have to pay an attorney to like prove all this shit, but you have to fill out a form, which I don't think it costs any money to fill out a form. Like that's it. But no. So when somebody says, "Oh, I'm being held at the airport or whatever," and they need you to pay a fee, there is no fee. So like this is all made up, obviously. Okay, so I'm gonna call this phone number. Hello, this is Betty. I have been receiving your emails.
Okay, who am I speaking speaking with, please?
This is Betty Foxer.
Oh, Betty, how are you? Good morning, Betty.
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine.
You have a beautiful voice. Permit me to say that.
What was that, sweet? I couldn't hear you.
I said you have a beautiful voice. I said you should permit me to say that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I can't understand you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just a little quiet.
Okay, I said you have a beautiful voice and you should permit me to say that. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. So what's going on with this donation?
Yeah, I have been here for a couple of hours now, and I paid what your benefactor gave, which is the 5,000. But due to inflation and all that, the 5,000 wasn't enough to cover the full amount. So it's remaining 895. Yeah, correct. Because my connecting flight to Washington is in Dulles is the next 4 hours. I'll be flying to Dulles, Washington.
Okay. Did Mr. Allen Large, did he fill out any sort of form for like customs? Because I think customs needs some sort of form, right?
Pardon me?
Well, I was looking up, traveling with such a large amount, you have to fill out a form for customs.
Once the full payment is completed, every paperwork will be given to me. It will be handed over along with your donated funds. So there's no problem with that. It is my duty, and I know what I'm doing.
So do I need to fill out the FINCEN form, the 105 one?
No, the balance of what we need to, or not what needs to be paid is 895, and I'll send you the information on where you should send it to, okay?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, if you could like send me some sort of like invoice from them or like something like that, I'd love to read it if they have something.
Well, there will not release any paperwork until the full amount is paid. They will issue a receipt confirming the payment and whatever paperwork I need to be given. The full amount needs to be paid first of all, and payment receipt will be issued confirming that the full amount has been paid. Then whatever paperwork will be handed over to me, and I'll sign and proceed to Washington.
Okay. I'm just reading on the customs website that you had to like fill out some sort of form, so that's where I'm kind of getting confused. Like, I can't read.
Yeah, there's nothing to get confused about. Once everything, the payment is fully paid, whatever invoice and the payment receipt, everything will be issued and signed for by me, and I'll proceed to Dulles, Washington.
Okay, all right, sweetheart. Well, yeah, just email me what I need to do, and I can figure it out.
Yeah, I'll be sending you the payment details, so you can go and make the payment, and once you make the payment, you send me the payment wire transfer receipt. Then I'll present it to them. It has to be fast on this because my next connecting flight to Dulles, Washington is the next 4 hours, so I don't miss my flight, okay?
Okay, that's no problem. So, where were you flying from, sweetie?
Yeah. Are you picking me up from the airport once I get to Dulles, so I know my program?
Yeah, I can pick you up. That's no problem, sweetie. You let me know. You can give me a call when you're there. I was just wondering where you were flying from. What country?
From England.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a long flight there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So nice. Are you supposed to know something?
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, I was just curious because I'm like, wow. I mean, the Mr. Allen Large, he lives in Canada or something like that. Did he move to London or something?
Yeah, he deposited the winning amount when his relations tried to hijack and, confiscate his winning funds. So his financial management had to assist him relocate his winning to financial management, financial management in London. So his relations doesn't get access to his winning because they wanted to confiscate and you understand, some bad relations.
Okay, I see. Well, that's unfortunate, but I'm glad he has you. Okay, well, yeah, go ahead and email me, and I'll get it all figured out before your flight, okay?
All right. I'll definitely send you a photocopy of myself so you know who is coming, so you don't see me as a total stranger.
Okay, all right. Well, that sounds amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Betty, and see you so soon, okay?
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, look at your email in the next 5 minutes. I'll be sending you the details for your payment, okay?
Okay, perfect, sweetie.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, what a bunch of horse shit. I can't even see the form. I just have to trust you and give you money. Oh my god. Albert Mark finally replied 6 minutes ago. Said, "Good day, Betty. It's nice speaking with. Your voice sounds amazing. It's my duty to do all and everything to ensure total completion of the delivery to you. That's why I am a diplomatic agent whom have been assigned for this assignment." Jesus. After the complete payment, they will issue the delivery approval payment receipt, and I will be on my way to the Dulles Airport in Washington. So he gave me an account number and routing number, a SWIFT code, the bank and like the address and all of this stuff. He said, "Do send the wire transfer confirmation receipt once you sent it. I will need you to send the copy of your ID, such as your driver's license, to enable me of completing the paperwork. I've also attached photographs of me for you to know who's coming to your address for the delivery." He sends me these 2 photos. I'm gonna reverse image search these because this is hilarious. So now I have all this information. I think I'm going to ghost him a little bit. He's gonna get a little worried. He has my Google Voice number, which I can obviously block. I am gonna submit everything to the FBI and the Canadian police. I don't know if I should call the bank because I kind of want to like just ghost him and not let him know. Like, I want somebody to actually fucking do something. I have all this information. I have the bank account. So somebody who's linked to this account is a scammer, and like I don't want to tip him off in any sort of way. I kind of want to waste his time. Like, if he's getting antsy or something, be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I have to transfer money out of my bank, and like to be able to do this wire, like it's gonna take a couple of days or something stupid like that, you know, because I wasn't expecting to pay anything because you don't have to pay anything." But I'll keep you posted if he sends any more emails. But I know the FBI, I don't know if they actually read the things that I submit to them, because I submit to them quite often because I do talk to a lot of scammers. But this one, like, I have a shit ton of information that could give him a head start on like what to do or whatever. So, but this is funny. But he loved my voice. He loved Betty. He loved Betty so much. Oh my god, I sound like, what's that show? Jenny and Georgia. I kind of sound like Georgia and her like southern accent, and it's like over the top. So that was my inspiration.
Okay, it's later in the day. It's like 2 o'clock. Still March 22nd. So I told him that my husband had unexpected like surgery, and like all the funds that I had taken out from my retirement fund like have to be, you know, I have to pay the hospital bills. He's getting angry. And I'm just gonna keep acting like dumb and just keep wasting his time because that's what scammers deserve. So I said, I'm so sorry, Mr. Albert. I'm still in the hospital and I have to use the funds that I took out of my retirement fund to help pay for the hospital bills. This was an unexpected surgery, so I'm really hoping to receive the donation from Mr. Allen. Could you talk to him about paying the leftover fee since we probably won't be able to afford it for some time? Thank you kindly, Betty. Now Albert responded, and he is not happy. So he said, Good morning, Betty. Your benefactor, Mr. Allen, said he gave/paid $5,000 for you, which wasn't enough to get it done. He said there's nothing more he can do. The ball is in your court. And then I responded, Mr. Albert, okay, sweetie. Well, we will just have to wait a bit then. The surgery was very unexpected. I'm hoping Mr. Allen will reconsider, or if the airport can release the money, I can fill out the paperwork if you send it to me. Thank you, Betty. And then he responded, Betty, how long do I have to wait? This delivery has taken more time than it should have. 3 exclamation points. He's getting so mad. And I must be honest with you, I am no longer happy with all these delays. Tell me how long I have to wait more, so I know my program. Don't keep me hanging. If you no longer want to get this done, kindly indicate your interest so I know my stand if I should cancel the delivery and request for the gift to be returned / sent back to your benefactor. I'm so sorry for your husband's unexpected surgery. My prayers are with you and your household, and I wish him quick recovery. I will wait your most definite answers. Kind regards. And then I said... Well, hi, Mr. Albert. Could I see the paperwork from the airport? I'm not going to let this go because there should be paperwork. I can even chat with them on the phone and you can travel home. Like, we'll get this figured out. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer than you need to. See, I'm trying to be generous, right? And then he sent 3 emails right in a row. I don't know what is up with that. Betty, I told you over the phone that once the payment is complete, they will release all the paperwork to me and approve the delivery. How do you expect the official paperwork to be released to me without full payment? 3 question marks. Common, there's procedures and legal terms associated with proper documentations. It's not possible until the right thing is completely done. Kindly answer all my questions. Regard, Albert. Oh my god. Who would believe this? Sadly, it's older people. What should I say back? What should I say? Okay, so this is what I'm responding. Hello, Mr. Albert. I talked to the New York airport and they said I needed to submit an FIN-CEN 105 form to receive money. I'm sure Mr. Allen must have done this paperwork already. They didn't say anything about fees, so that's why I'm asking for an invoice of any sort so I can look at it. It's such a large amount of money, and I don't know if we're going to be able to afford it for a few weeks because I have to move money around to pay for my husband's surgery. Thank you kindly, Betty. Okay, guys. It's later in the day. It's still March 22nd. I feel like I keep changing clothes and stuff like that. My hair, like I got bedhead. This, ignore that. Okay, growing out your hair is super fun. He is getting really fucking pissed off, and it's to the point where I think we can't waste any more of his time. So let me the email that I told you guys last about was about the form and all that stuff and saying, oh, Mr. Allen should have filled out all this paperwork and stuff like that. So then he responded an hour ago and he said, hold on, let me get this is really the outfit of the day. Like, all right, here we go. All right, so he says, Betty, I can't paint pictures with words. We gotta be dramatic because this is gonna be the last email. Hence, I know that what I am presenting to you is as sure as broad daylight. He's pissed. I have been a senior diplomatic agent in the United Nations diplomatic firm for well over 38 years and still counting. This is my job. And I am very sure you do not know my job more than myself. Why no give me the benefit of doubt to prove myself by getting this job done? I have never failed in whatsoever assignment bestowed to me, and this won't be any different. The truth be told, the complete amount must be paid in caps, in full. Tell me our stand. Let's stop beating around the bush and face the reality. Kind regards. Oh my God. So I said, well, hi there, Albert. I understand your position and such, and I talked to the agents at the airport of the United States of America, okay? Of the United States, not the United Kingdom. He's getting pissy about that subject. There's a form that should have been filled out, so I'm just confused on what's going on. There should be paperwork that I can see. They never mentioned about paying them any money, which is confusing too. Maybe you can chat with them. Mr. Albert should have submitted paperwork to them, because legally, I don't know what this accent is, because legally you cannot, they'll keep your money if you don't have this paperwork. So maybe you can get a copy of that for me to read. Greatly appreciated. Betty. Betty. Once again, I plead with you to allow me to do my job and get it done. This is my job. With all due respect, you don't know it more than I do. Forget whatever you're reading online. I am not a dummy, and I wasn't born yesterday. The TSA.gov website that's for the United States of America. I know you're entitled to your opinion, and I respect that. For security reasons, all the paperwork will be hand-delivered, along with your gifted funds. I do hope you understand that where I'm coming from. Again, tell me when and how long you will be making the remainder payment. Albert. Albert. This isn't an opinion. That's the government's website. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to draft up an email, and during the call, I'm going to submit what I know and show him the obituary that I found for Mr. Alan Large, because he's no longer alive. I'm going to submit him the government website where it says all this stuff. Say that I submitted this to the FBI, like all of this stuff. I'm really going to have to change my email address after this. Hello?
Yeah, how are you, Betty?
Good, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm better. It's been a long time since the last time I heard your voice. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm good. What about your husband? Is he getting better?
Yeah, he is still in the hospital. I'm just outside in the car, just running some errands for him.
Oh, what kind of surgery did your husband
It was something with his heart. Like, there was like a clog or something in there, and he was having some issues, so we had to rush him to the hospital.
Oh my goodness. Is it a serious something?
I think it'll be fine. They're just gonna like monitor him, but he's gonna be in the hospital for I think they said a week or so, and then they'll see about getting a pacemaker and like all of this stuff that's going on. But so far he's doing good. He's doing better.
Okay, that's good to hear. Well, I was very surprised and was kind of, waiting to hear from you like you promised the other day. I didn't hear from you. I was, oh my goodness, what could have happened today?
Yeah, I've just been so busy. I haven't been checking my email or anything like that. I've been talking with family, so I've just been like on the go and just, yeah, I just haven't had time.
Happy the surgery went successful and he's gonna be okay, right? Don't think too much.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I was just, trying to find stuff like on the internet. I talked to the people at the airport with like TSA and like the border like control or whatever the fuck they're called. But they were saying, yeah, that they should have received a form from Mr. Allen because that's the only way you can transport money into the United States when it's such just like a large amount like that. Um, but they said he should have submitted some paperwork.
Well, from the email, I've been trying to explain things to you. This is my job, and I understand I mean, everything that revolves around such high-profile delivery.
Mm-hmm.
This got to do with cash delivery, and there are processes, there are terms and conditions, and I don't know how to explain it so that you can understand it.
Well, I was talking to the customs people. I'm sorry?
Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
Well, I was talking to the TSA people and like customs and stuff like that. Like I know you're not from the United States, but like that's how they said they do things.
Well, this is a cross-border delivery. Sometimes, how do I even explain it for you to understand where I'm coming from? There are communications between embassies of two countries and all that. Like, oh my goodness. Well, I don't know, but if you feel that's the best, I mean, I don't know how to make you understand that breaking or where I'm coming from, but I think you're getting wrong information, maybe because the way you explain it, they don't understand what you're trying to explain to them and all that. So they might be giving you the wrong answers and all that.
The government will give me the wrong answer?
I'm not saying the government is going to give you the wrong answer, but depending on what questions you ask and all that.
Because according to Homeland Security on their website, you have to fill out a form. Otherwise, they will keep it in holding. There are no fees. You don't have to pay anything.
Whatever forms that need to be filled has already been filled right from the embassy before departing England. And there's a communication between the security firm where the funds was originally deposited. They did all that. My only duty is to have the necessary clearance to prove that the money is nowhere related to any illegal activities or to sponsoring of terrorism. That is the clearance we're talking about. Whatever paperwork you're talking has already been taken care of.
And why?
That? So what we need to do is to pay and get the official legal clearance on the funds, proving to the United States of American government that the money is nowhere related to any illegal activities, for drugs, for money laundering, for sponsoring of terrorism. Terrorism is a big threat to the United States of America. You understand that? So that is the documents I'm talking about, and that's the clearance I'm talking about that needs to be, I mean, made secure as quickly as possible so the money can be registered as a clean and legal funds. You understand that? And they will have to, the money also have to go through verifications, proving to the United States government that the money is not counterfeit. This and all that we need to go through the process before I'll be given all whatever documents to deliver the funds to you, because such documents will be used also to have the money deposited or submitted to your bank card so they can accept it and have the money deposited into your account.
So why would TSA Border Control need a fee to prove that the $2 million is legit or not? Because, well, if I pay the fee, that's coming from the United States. So, but they have to look at the $2 million that's coming from outside the United States.
Everything will have to be looked at. They have to look at the originality of the funds. They have to make sure it is clean, and all this you have to pay for it. So that is what I mean by the clearance and registration. Once it is officially and legally cleared, then it will have to be officially registered. And all these have receipts and documents. They all have paperwork.
Mm-hmm. So, do you know that Alan Large passed away 3 years ago?
Pardon me?
Alan Large passed away in 2020. Check your email. You can Google his name and learn about the whole entire fucking scam that you guys have been running against his fucking name. He died 3 years ago.
Where are you getting your information from?
Google the obituary from Canada. He's dead. I've already submitted all of your information to the FBI like a week ago. Do you think I'm fucking stupid? God damn.
I demand you talk to me in a polite manner, because you...
Why are you using a dead man's name to scam fucking people in the United States of fucking America? Are you serious? Do you not think we can fucking Google shit on our own? You do not have to pay fees to get money across the fucking border. Stop using this dead man's name and use it, like, his whole family's alive. And you're still using his name after 13 years. Oh no.
Hello?
Why'd you hang up?
You hung up and not me.
Mm-hmm. So why don't you answer me? Why are you using a dead man's name?
Well, I am not here to exchange words with you, okay? You better get your information right.
It's called a fucking obituary. It's so easy to Google information. Do you think we're so fucking goddamn stupid? All of your information is submitted to the FBI.
Okay.
Okay. Stop using his fucking name for your fucking scams. Get a real fucking job. And stop trying to scam people in the United States. It's so hilariously bad that you guys can't come up with good scams. You're reusing one that's 13 years old. Like, news articles have written about this scam for the last 13 years. It's so easy to find this information online.
I'm not sure I'm talking to Barry.
No, I've been acting like a 6-year-old woman the whole entire time. Because you guys target older women and older people to get their money that they have earned. They have worked hard for this money, and you're promising them $2 million? That money was given away in 2010. It doesn't exist.
You're getting your information very wrong.
Really?
With all due respect, I don't want to talk to you in a very rude manner. But you you should be mindful of your utterances, okay?
Like shit. I'm getting heated. Oh my god. Alright, well that's done. That was a long time. Oh, this was such a stupid thing. Oh my god. I will do more later. I wasn't planning on doing this, but this just like got so big and they were like, they wanted to talk on the phone so much. Like, god, the manipulation that they tried to do. So goddamn fucking stupid. FBI, if you're watching, I can give you all the bank information if you would like it. I've emailed you, so just hit me up. Let me know. Okay. Bye.